to now hear empowering children to reimagine bully prevention at schools using critical design fiction, exploring the potential of participatory empowering design fiction in collaboration with children. I'm Leena Ventä-Olkkonen. My co-authors in this paper are Netta, Iivari, Sumita, Sharma, Tonja, Molin-Juustila, Kari, Kuutti, Juustila-Cevirel, Essi, Kinnunen, Jenni, Holappa. We are all from University of Oulu. Bullying is a troublesome, widespread and serious problem concerning us all. Human-computer interaction research has recognized the seriousness of this problem and reacted against it through design and technology. Within this stream of research, there is a particular focus on children. Child-computer interaction researchers have addressed the problem with children developing digital tools for preventing or reducing bullying and engaging with children in participatory design process for the purpose. However, there are limitations in the existing research addressing bullying in collaboration with children. Particularly, there is a lack of critical engagement inspired by the critical tradition, aiming at empowering the oppressed, marginalized, or dominated, or power weak. In this study, we explore how to encourage critical engagement of children to address the problem of bullying through design and technology. The critical agenda is increasing interest in SIGCHI in general. Today, there is a revitalized interest in power and politics around design and technology. There is an increasing understanding that design and technology are not neutral or value-free, but they may have a variety of consequences, both good and bad. Design fiction has potential for a critical engagement with design and technology. In SIGCHI, design fiction has been utilized for envisioning and exploring alternative futures, for collaborating with stakeholders, and for critique, questioning, and addressing critical concerns. In this paper, we explore the potential of participatory empowering design fiction in collaboration with children to tackle the problem of bullying at school in a research project that explores critical design and critical making with children and critically scrutinize the outcomes of such an effort. This figure presents our analytic lens of the literature on design fiction with some examples of the literature. The distinction between local emergent and elite a priori highlights the origins of the research concept and problem statements, whether they emerge locally or are defined by researchers before. We argue that design fiction can rely on local emergent or elitist a priori ideas or authority and aim at consensus or dissensus in relation to the existing social order, acknowledging with the dissensus approach both critique and empowerment. In the consensus approach, design fiction may aim at serving academia or business and management. In the dissensus discourse, serving the academia might be common, while the serving the oppressed should be essential. In this project, we conducted critical design fiction with 3 different local elementary schools to address bullying that children face in their everyday life. The participating schools involved 2 classes of 6th graders and 1 second grade class. Due to the worsening COVID-19 pandemic in the area and tightening restrictions by the time of writing this paper, we were able to finish the entire project only in School A. With School B, we reached the prototyping phase, and with School C, the critical analysis phase. Thus, the analysis concerning the drama part will concentrate on the experiences of the pupils in School A. All the projects followed somewhat similar critical design and making process consisting of preparative phase, design fiction phase, and closing phase. Preparative phase started in schools by sessions sensitizing with the topic. First, with technology and its role in children's lives, and next, the topic of bullying was introduced to the participants and elaborated through different tasks. In design fiction phase, we started to envision alternative futures through several design fiction-related sessions, including ideation, designing, and prototyping, and theater of the oppressed inspired drama performances. Closing phase included presentations of the prototypes giving constructive feedback for other prototypes. After the final sessions, each child reflected their project experiences in individual end interviews. And after finishing the project with the pupils, we conducted interviews with the teachers too. In each school, the children ideated digital means and tools for the prevention of bullying. A variety of ideas emerged. You can read longer descriptions of the prototypes in the paper. Here I just briefly list the prototypes from each school. In School A, prototypes were electric shock robot, futuristic anti-bullying police car, music playing comforting robot pig, a punishing and rewarding robot team, a robot that gives empathy raising stamps. In School B, prototypes were a plain car vehicle that transforms bullies into friends using hearts emerging from ink balls, robot that converts bullies into friends and can be called with a mobile app, mind-controlling Supergirl truck robot, empathy-raising roller skates, bullies detecting and capturing pig robot. In School C, concept ideas were magic headband that increases empathy, comforting joke-telling teddy-shaped robot, bully detecting bunny robot, a tiger robot with monitoring camera eyes, bullying the measuring teddy robot. In School A, the children presented their prototypes and scenarios through the theater of the oppressed. Children created the scenarios and personas in the ideation phase, and through the theater preparation, the characters and scenes were further developed. The scenes presented provocative situations involving events of physical and verbal bullying. All the groups presented two versions of the scenes. One, a scene where technology did not play a role and nothing interrupted the bullying, and two, with technology intervention where technology helped to stop the bullying. This setup highlighted the role of the digital tools in the storyline, and thus the invented technology was seen as a tool for transforming the world into a better place in the scene. During the Theatre of the Oppressed event, the audience, consisting of children and their teachers from other classes, participated in the process by asking questions from each of the characters in the scene. In School A, children's experiences of the design fiction process were positive. Mostly liked parts were making and presenting the drama and making the prototype. Ideation, making and presenting the drama and building the prototype were also clearly the most challenging tasks. Through the design of the oppressed, children were able to relate to the feelings of the characters, and they felt empathy toward those bullied. The children saw this as an empowering experience both in motivational and relational sense. They gained valuable skills and ability through which to take action and have an impact in the world. They saw that this experience enabled them to see the consequences of bullying and act on it. The children thought that they and the audience had learned something valuable during the experience. Also, most pupils implied that their thoughts about bullying and technology had changed during this project. We categorize the children's designs along the continuum, where one entry presents theory X assumptions about human being people as seen as lazy and unmotivated to tackle the problem of bullying, and the other entry lies on theory Y assumptions people are seen as active and motivated, taking ownership and responsibility for bullying. Children's designs representing both theories could be identified in our study. Regarding criticality, the children's designs work within the dissensus discourse in the sense of aiming at challenging and distributing the dominant set of structures of knowledge. However, when addressing such a wicked problem as bullying, we cannot expect any easy solutions. We know the concrete solutions designed by children are not implementable as such. However, while engaging the process empowered to envision and design the better future, these designs became means for participatory mutual learning for all participants involved, for children to learn to express themselves in relation to the troublesome topic, but for adults too to understand children's relationships with such a complex problem. We recommend participatory and the empowering genre of design fiction for projects with children. Children should be involved to be the central actors in the process of tackling serious societal problems through design and technology. Thank you for listening.